three super exciting reasons to use Ghost 4.0 to build your next blog, brand, or publishing platform. Yeah, hey everybody, this is Ian from Mindful Marketplace, and this is a new episode of our Serve at Scale podcast where we look at what can you borrow to build, what can you leverage to launch, what tools, tech, software, or services allow you to quickly 10x your output, your impact, your audience, and ultimately your income on a bootstrap budget. So in this really quick overview of the new Ghost 4.0 release, and Ghost, for those of you who don't know, is a publishing platform for brands and blogs. And in the last 6, 8, 9 months or so, they've really come up with a great way of incorporating memberships and subscriptions and newsletters built in to the publishing platform. So rather than needing some sort of external LMS or plugin or set of scripts or whatever it might have been in the past, all this now is built in to the Ghost platform. That means that if you want to start a membership site and you want to do that today, you don't need to wrangle together a hodgepodge of competing CMS tools or plugins or anything like that. It's all really built in to Ghost, into actually the platform itself, into the bones of the platform. So I'm not a coder, I'm not a developer, and certainly for me, being able to run all of this in one central spot, so putting a post up on at 2 o'clock in the afternoon that's available to everybody, putting one up at 3 o'clock that's only available to, let's say, members, people who are free members, and then putting one up at 3:30 that's restricted just to folks who are monthly members or annual members. It's a joy and a breeze and a really, really amazingly easy way for those of us who aren't code junkies or code or techies or professional developers to affordably be able to have these world-class functions and features at our fingertips without really needing to reach out for help. So I'm going to share with you the three things that I think are most relevant to the most recent release. There's a lot of other very powerful new functionality within Ghost, but I'm not going to cover that all because I'm not really qualified to do that. I'm a writer and a marketer and a brand builder and a community leader, not a coder. So I don't want to comment on things that are outside the ken of my own experience and expertise. But for one, the members and subscriptions that was in beta before in the 3.x releases of Ghost is now official. It's part of the platform, meaning the features are no longer in beta or used at your own risk, right? They are deeply embedded within the publishing platform and the process of Ghost, and it's really super easy to use. So that's number one. Number two is the back end analytics are beautiful, right? So now you can see how many members are reading your posts, how many people have signed up, what your revenue stream is like, how much money you're making, what your the graphs of how your brand and blog and business is growing. It's all really beautiful and available to you in the back end itself. Number three, and this is a little bit of an esoteric and maybe abstract or abstraction for some of you listening to this, but they are now integrated. Ghost is now integrated with an affiliate or partnership program called First Promoter, and that allows you to actually not only sell memberships and subscriptions and a newsletter to your members, or to your audience, or to the world, really. But it also allows you to have your members become ambassadors or evangelists or affiliates, or whatever the appropriate word is, partners for your platform by dint of the First Promoter integration. So you can actually ask your members or incentivize them for sharing your content, your community, your courses, whatever it is that you're building on Ghost. You can allow your audience to become ambassadors in a incentivized way, meaning they can get paid a percentage of the referral fee, or they can make a commission by sharing your content with the world. This is really, really powerful, and something that to my eye in the past was kind of a liability of moving everything to Ghost. So we've been using Ghost off and on for about a year, but not having an affiliate program, which is a huge part of our ethos and approach through our Mindful Marketplace platform, not being able to do that via Ghost kind of was a downer. It was something that sort of relegated Ghost to not being the one-stop solution for our entire publishing process. Now that you can use First Promoter in this very integrated and beautiful way, it really changes the game for those of us who not only want to create members, but create partners on our platform, and then to incentivize those partners, so making them profitable partners where everybody feels like they have some sort of skin in the game, right? So your members can actually get paid to spread the word about your content. And regardless of what any of us believe about, the altruistic motivations of folks who are going to share our content with the world, when you're actually giving them a financial incentive for doing so, the results or the enthusiasm is obviously quite different. So those are the three things that I think are most salient, most relevant, and most exciting about Ghost 4.0. But there's one other piece that I think is maybe, for most of us, the single strongest reason to switch, especially if you're using WordPress or any of the other kind of lower brow alternatives. I don't mean to call WordPress lower brow because I use it and love it, but it's not anywhere near as beautiful, as easy, and as elegant of a publishing process. Certainly if you're using Wix or those sorts of kind of bullshitty sort of like publishing platforms for a professional practice or business or platform, that's a mistake, and you should be moving to something like Ghost, as a upgrade. But the piece here that is so exciting, that I'm kind of building up to, that I'm not just spitting out, is they've changed their pricing structure, or said differently, they actually have a new lower entry price point, right? So it used to be that the biggest objection I would get from people, and even my own objection to Ghost in many periods of my own publishing experience, has been the cost. Ghost is free, but to host your Ghost blog or brand or membership site, you need a server that either you need a host that either will handle it for you, or you needed to go to Ghost Pro. So you either needed to find one of the very few hosting companies that specialize in Ghost. There's not a lot of them. Or you need to do it yourself, which I'm not smart enough to do. It's not my area of expertise. I've tried and always screwed it up. So I would always outsource our Ghost blogs to these hosting companies who would do it for us. And there was, I've had mixed results with that. Ghost Pro I've used as well, but they're expensive relative to something like Wix or Squarespace or WordPress. The base plan before was, I think, $29 a month, or if you paid annual, or $36 a month or something like that if you're paying monthly. So it's not a lot of money, but it's pretty pricey if you're running a number of blogs or brands, as we are, and it just didn't make financial sense to do. Well, now they have, as of 4.0, they have a $9 a month plan that's really generous, gives you all the functionality of Ghost with members and subscriptions and all those sorts of things. You can build a business literally on day one. You have a 14-day trial, a $9 a month if you pay it annually, and it's $15 a month if you pay it monthly. So that's, $15 a month is, it's not expensive, but it's not $9. But if you can scrounge up $100, you can literally run your membership site and newsletter, your subscriptions, get paid, all those things on Ghost now literally for $9 a month, which is a huge difference from what it was just a couple weeks ago. The entry level again was $29 or something akin to that. So, I'm really excited. I've already moved a couple of our own blogs onto Ghost from WordPress, and I have Ghost blogs that are running on these other folks' managed servers that I may end up moving as well to Ghost Pro, simply because the cost now is much more aligned with our budget for multiple blogs. So anyway, I think that's super exciting, and if you're interested in starting a blog or a brand or a membership site or a private members only community and are looking for a really good platform that does it all, including sending out your newsletter and all those good things, I recommend Ghost as highly as possible. And if you need help with your Ghost blog or brand or business, you can send us an email, ian@mindfulmarketplace.com, and we are always happy to either help you, advise you, or give you a little nudge in the direction of your goal. Okay, so that's my quick overview of Ghost 4.0. I'm really excited about it, and I really think the future is really for individual makers and creators, authors, artists, teachers, trainers, whatever it is that you can conceptualize doing in the world that makes you happy. There's never been a better time to do that than right now. Teach what you know, do what you love, wake up the world with your work. Thank you so much for listening, and if you have any questions, as always, feel free to ask.